The Lost Cat. It was a cold winter evening. The sky was grey and the wind was strong. Emily, a 12-year-old girl, was sitting by the window in her small house. She lived in a quiet village with her parents and her cat, Whiskers. Whiskers was a black and white cat with bright green eyes. He loved to play, eat, and sleep by the fireplace. That day, Emily noticed something strange. Whiskers was not in the house. She called his name, Whiskers. Whiskers, where are you? But there was no answer. Emily looked under the bed, behind the sofa, and in the kitchen. Whiskers was not there. Emily started to worry. She put on her coat, hat, and gloves. She opened the door and stepped outside. The cold wind touched her face. "Whiskers!" she shouted. The village was very quiet. She could only hear the wind and the sound of her boots on the snow. Emily walked to the garden. She looked under the bushes and behind the trees. There was no sign of Whiskers. She asked her neighbors, "Have you seen my cat? He is black and white with green eyes." The neighbors shook their heads. "No, sorry," they said. Emily's heart felt heavy. "Where are you, Whiskers?" she whispered. She walked to the park near her house. The park was empty. The swings moved slowly in the wind. Emily looked near the slides and under the benches, but Whiskers was not there. The sun started to set, and it was getting darker. Emily felt tears in her eyes. She missed her cat so much. She thought about his soft fur and his happy purring. "I must find him," she said to herself. She walked to the forest at the edge of the village. The trees were tall, and the ground was covered with leaves. It was quiet and a little scary. "Whiskers!" Emily called again. Suddenly she heard a soft sound. It was a meow. Emily's heart jumped with hope. She followed the sound. It was coming from behind a big tree. She looked carefully and saw Whiskers. He was stuck in a small hole. His paw was caught in a branch. "Oh, Whiskers," Emily said. She quickly ran to him. Emily gently freed Whiskers' paw. She held him in her arms. Whiskers looked at her with his big green eyes and purred softly. "I'm so happy I found you," Emily said. She kissed his head and hugged him tightly. Emily carried Whiskers back home. When they arrived, her parents were waiting at the door. "You found him," her mother said with a smile. Emily nodded. "Yes, he was in the forest. But he is safe now." They went inside, and Emily placed Whiskers by the warm fireplace. She gave him some food and water. Whiskers ate happily and then curled up in his favorite spot. That night, Emily lay in bed with a smile on her face. Whiskers was safe, and she felt warm in her heart. She promised to always take care of him and never let him get lost again. Thank you for listening. I would be happy if you like and follow.